And the first article that I got for everybody is the creators of Destiny, also the original creators of Halo. They are once again in hot water. A couple weeks ago, they were in hot water, for those of you unaware, because Bungie laid off a bunch of employees, and that was coming fresh off the heels of laying off employees like the year prior. And then on top of that, it came out that the CEO had bought like 25 cars in the last 2 years while they're laying off employees. Also, it came out that the CEO lied about the finances of Bungie. The only reason that Sony bought Bungie for $4 billion was because they basically overpromised and underdelivered. They made it seem like they were making a lot of money off of Destiny, but I guess Sony finally decided to look at the books and they found out that the audio wasn't matching the visuals, which, you know, on one hand, it's like Bungie managed to finesse and they managed to, that play could have worked if Bungie was able to flip it and make some money, but they didn't. Sony started looking at the books and now they end up looking stupid. So like that's the catch up on what's been happening in the last few weeks with Bungie if you're not in the know. Once again, oh, and then on top of that, they flew out some content creators. This dates this even further. They flew out some content creators to play their new first-person shooter Marathon, which is a reimagining of the original game, because before they created Halo, their very first game was called Marathon. So they're trying to bring that franchise back, and they flew some content creators out. And apparently, according to reports, after playing the game, they set all the content creators down in the room and they said, who would buy this game today? And nobody raised their hand. So Bungie's been under a lot of fire. This is Marathon's 4th game director they lost. Oof. So the new article coming out today as of August 28th, this is literally today, Marathon director fired at Bungie over inappropriate conduct. Let's read along. The director behind Marathon at Bungie was fired this year due to inappropriate conduct. According to Bloomberg, reputable source, Chris Barrett was fired from Bungie in spring after being accused by several female employees of inappropriate behavior. You already know, chat. We don't fuck with them nasty niggas. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another one on Fraud Watch. We've got a new F.A.N alert. Allegedly. Per the report from Jason Schreier, at least eight female employees, not one, 8, came forward against Barrett to the company. Oh my Lord. Shout out to the ladies for speaking up. From their investigation that took place, the investigation discovered that Barrett would call lower level employees attractive while also asking them to play truth or dare. On top of that, Barrett reported flaunting his wealth and power within the company while hinting that he would help people advance in their careers. First of all, how old is this dude? Hold on, let's Google this shit. How old is Chris Barrett? Okay, that's interesting. Let's see, Chris Barrett, Bungie. Damn, we can't find a bio on this dude. Damn, it's no bio on him. I'm gonna assume he's probably in his 40s though. Long story short, the point I wanted to make is we got a grown ass man playing truth or dare in the workplace. For anybody who's young in the chat, it's funny because we were just talking about why I behaved the way that I did when I worked at G4. People were like, why you don't fraternize with people? One of the reasons why I don't fraternize in corporate workspaces and I just come and I would do my job is I'm there to do a job and I don't care to be friends with people. But B, you also got to be aware of how people perceive things differently, right? I've always hated that term perception is reality because it's not true. There's only one reality. So you could say something and people perceive it completely different. You could be joking, like you could be joking with your boys one way, and then you come into the workplace thinking you can joke with somebody that way, and they perceive it's completely different. Like when it comes to coworkers, I don't do that shit, bro. Hey, how you doing? What we working on today? How was your weekend? That's how you keep it. I don't do nothing personal. I don't like the way I talk on stream. I would not do that in the workplace. It's just not appropriate. I'm there to do a job. So protect yourself. This is a grown ass man that was playing truth or dare. Hey, Kim. Yeah, perception is perception sometimes. Kim, truth or dare. True or false? You're gonna let me see your panties? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? And then you're flaunting your wealth and power. Classic play. Classic play. Messages that were sent to Schreider showed requests to hang out with the women involved, as well as texts that were flirtatious. It was also said that Barrett's interactions with the women had similar patterns. Barrett would befriend women at the studio in various departments and then send them a barrage of text messages that blurred the lines between professional and personal. Classic case of a nigga that don't get no pussy. The first beautiful woman he sees, he don't know how to act. That's why it's important when you become of age to start talking to the opposite sex, so that you're not fucking weird around them when you're at an older age. You know how to talk to people, bro. They're people. They're people. Like, if you guys want a pro tip, if you want to pull more women, and I'm not talking about in the workplace, don't do this shit. I'm just talking about in life, outside of the workplace. Treat them like people. Because guess what? They are. Too many of y'all be putting the pussy on a pedestal. Shit's weird. You said niggas being weird in the workplace, bro. Did I read that? Barrett would be friendly ones of them. Yeah. In a statement given to Bloomberg, Barrett apologized for making people feel uncomfortable while adding that was never his intention. Sure. You don't flirt by accident. Sad because it's common sense. It really is. I feel that I've always conducted myself with integrity and been respectful and supportive of my colleagues, many of whom I consider my closest friends. Cap. I ain't never had a colleague that was my closest friend. He said, I never understood my communications to be unwanted, and I would never have thought they could possibly have made anyone feel uncomfortable. If anyone ever felt that way about their interaction with me, I am truly sorry. Schreier says that Sony, Bungie's parent company, wouldn't comment on the case. However, he was given a standard response from a spokesperson saying that the company takes all complaints of misconduct seriously. Employees at Bungie weren't told that Barrett was fired or why he was no longer with the company. My thing is, like, if they got, in this article, they're saying they got text messages on you. If they got text messages on you and it's 8 different women saying you're doing the same thing, like, truth or dare, do you think I'm cute? That's inappropriate. And if you're in the chat and you don't know that, and you've never worked in a corporate space, that's inappropriate. I don't care how bad she is. Keep that shit the fuck out the workplace, bruh. Also, another reason is if you shoot your shot in the workplace and it does work out, another reason you don't want to do that is if y'all break up or you have some issues, then it's awkward. Stop fucking your coworkers, bruh. But if 8 different chicks came out and said the same thing and they got text message proof of you trying to truth or dare, I don't have any boxers on in my office today. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This nigga was sending text messages talking about you want to play spin the bottle after work. You want to play spin the bottle after we get done working on this Destiny DLC? If you don't get the fuck on, nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Be a decent person, chat. Be a decent person. Be a decent person. Yeah, this nigga funny, bro. Truth or dare, I'm bricked. That's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my God, bro. Stuff like this is the reason why we service members have to go to sexual assault and harassment briefings every month. And you know, the worst part is it's always like 1 or 2 people. It's not everybody doing this shit, but it ruins it for the rest of us, man. You're giving us a bad rep for the rest of us. This is crazy. The next piece of news that I got for y'all, this is crazy too. Just yesterday, on yesterday's stream, we were talking about during the Nintendo Direct, and they were showing a lot of JRPGs that were turn-based, and they all kind of looked the same. And somebody was like, what's your issue with turn-based games? And I said, I don't have an issue with turn-based game. It's more so I played a lot when I was a kid. And like, for me to get interested in a turn-based game at this point in my life, it has to do something interesting and innovative. At least give me a different art style. And that was the problem with the Nintendo Direct. All those games look the same. So then I gave examples like Baldur's Gate 3, like the way they did the story, intertwining all the dialogue and all the unique choices. And like, people was watching my playthrough saying they never saw something. That was just something, just do something different with the formula. That's all. And one example I gave is I was like, cause you know, I'm a solutions guy. I was like, an example I give you is like a turn-based game I'm looking forward to is that one they showed off at the Xbox event. I was like, what's the name of it, chat? And then people were like, Expedition 33. Well, today, the very next day, a new gameplay trailer dropped. A 6-minute trailer for Expedition 33. So I thought that was fucking funny. This is definitely one of my most anticipated. It looks good. What about the Xbox game that's coming out with the turn-based QTE? Yeah, I think this is the one we're talking about. Claire Obscure. I'm gonna be honest. If I could advise this team, because I've never heard of y'all should change the name to Expedition 33. This is too long. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Can we stop with the long names? The simpler something is, the easier it is for people to digest. Remember, the average reading level is 8th grade, which means there are a lot of people who are below that as well. Keep it simple. Expedition 33. Which Expedition 33 sounds good too. Let me turn the beat off. Let's check out this gameplay. Is it gonna play? There we go. Like, the graphics look really good. Haven't heard of this when it was announced. It was announced at the same Xbox press conference. They announced the new Gears of War game. It was like a month ago. It was recently announced.
'68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Under the sea. Face models look good.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived.
The voice acting is really good too.
At least.
All right, let's keep moving.
It seems linear too. Thank God.
It must be close by.
That Shadowheart's voice actor. Shadowheart, my love. Play the chat, right? Fuck PS4.
Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mael.
Oh, that's fire. Little particle effects. It reminds me a little bit of Persona, but it's still got its own little flair to it. Also, even though it's turn-based, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the combat is pretty fast-paced too. Yeah, I like the UI. The music's good. Very stylish. It has a timing mechanic, just like the Sea of Stars. Oh, so it's not it's not fully turn-based. There is going to be some interaction during the combat. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of Legend of Dragoon. Classic game.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside.
This is the new Lost Odyssey Western Edition. Was that the game on Xbox 360 with the guy who wore white and green? There was one I couldn't remember the name of it on PC. Nah, I ain't say nothing about no hit run. Yeah, this does look more linear. Like it gives you a little wiggle room to explore. You can go left and right, but clearly you can tell if you stay straight ahead, you'll know where to go, it seems like. Which I like.
This building has a certain melancholy beauty. A lone outpost of humanity nestled amongst the corals. A sailor lost at sea.
Our resident cynic is now a poet.
Wouldn't expect a Cartesian...
Already better than Dragon's Dogma 2. Chill, chill, chill. It looks like they crafted a very interesting world. Got some traversal too. This coming to PC. I mean, all the Xbox games come to PC, so most likely.
We can use that.
Yeah, they breathing underwater like Batman. Man, this looks very promising. Also, it looks next gen. It looks like it's pushing the Xbox. It looks really good. I think that's the benefit. Another reason that we don't even talk about either why graphics don't look the best. First, console parity. Which, by the way, if I could fry a nigga up real quick, because I'm off the subs right now. Somebody said in the comment section of Hokage highlights, he was like, how he gonna say that the PS4 is holding games back when he got a PC with a 2080 in it? I get the point you were trying to make, but that was a fail. Let me go ahead and that was an L. Let me go ahead and get it to you. My PC doesn't hold gaming back, and let me explain to you why. It's called console parity, not PC parity. So when these developers are making games and they have to produce a game for the PS5 and the PS4, it is the 4 that's holding things back, not the console, not my PC. So it's like, yeah, I get it. It's funny that I'm a content creator that doesn't have the most up-to-date PC, but it's called console parity. It's not PC parity. They're optimizing for the consoles. It is the PS4, that Xbox Series S that's holding shit back. Because the thing about PC gaming is you can always tweak it. Because let's get something straight. With my 2080, I can run most games still off stream. The reason I have issues running games on stream is because I have to double the image, basically. So like, not only am I playing the game, but then I have to beam it out to the world, which requires the highest end graphics card, basically. But anytime that I've played a PC game, even the most recent ones off stream, it always runs buttery smooth. You niggas don't know how technology works. It's called console parity for a reason. PS4 been holding games back for years now. And then on top of that, I can upgrade my PC. You can't upgrade the PS4. Yeah, PC settings can be adjusted. I'm like, yo, and this is why I said, like, with COVID bringing in so many new gamers, it's been a blessing because it brings more dollars to the business. But then on the flip side, you got so many people just talking out their ass, don't know what they talking about. And then people get mad because I speak like this. Oh, it's cringe. You're so arrogant, but you're loud and wrong. And then, also, I have a PS5 and an Xbox Series. I play it on the platform that they're building it for. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you want more games that look like this, because it's actually looking like it's pushing hardware, we got to get away from the old shit. Because developers can never make a game. I mean, unless the developer makes the conscious decision to make this game for PC and PC only, we will never see an incredible jump in graphics. The only time I can think of off the top of my head that happened was with the original Crysis. That's why it became a joke. Oh, can it run Crysis? Because that shit was not running on console. But like, the thing is, these developers got to make money. So like PC, they're never going to, it's always going to look a little bit better, but they're not always going to go above and beyond because of the console parity. So to say that, oh, your 2080 is holding gaming back. No, it's not. It's your PS4, bro. The fuck are you talking about? All these COVID gamers constantly tweet about being gaming, being dead. Yeah. Why do they defend their PS4 so much? I don't know. That shit got roaches in it.
It's coming.
But this game looks gorgeous. And part of it is the art style too.
Let's spill some ink.
2080 is great. You should be set with a second PC. Nah, I'm like 90% there. I think I'm gonna get a 4090 because I think I want to play Monster Hunter, but I want to play it on PC. Just because, like, I mean, I said it in my video. If you haven't seen my video today, the build I got to play, the Gamescom build, that shit was running at 30 and it was running sub 30. Like, that shit was chugging on the PS5. And because we got to play it on the PS5. And to be fair, the game doesn't come out till 2025, so they might have not done the optimization. But it looks like it might be locked at 30 on the console. So I'm like, I think I'd rather play this on PC so I can get that 60 frames. Do you ever get tired of explaining shit to people? I used to, but I'm starting to embrace it more. As I gotten older, I've gotten more patient. I've stopped caring. And I realized I do need to explain more because a lot of people generally just don't understand. Like, I seen somebody on the flip side, like me roasting that nigga. On the flip side, somebody left a comment that I really liked on Hokage Highlights where he was like, the reason I watch you is because he's like, you're one of the few people in the gaming space that has intelligent conversations. I don't sit here and grift about shit. If I don't like something, it's because I played it most likely and I genuinely don't like it. And if you don't agree with that, that's fine. But at least you know that I tried it. I'm pretty good at games. Like, people like to crack jokes, but like, I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm better than most people in the content creator space when it comes to games. Am I like pro level? But no, but across all genres, I'm pretty good at every fucking game that I play. They hear you, but they not listening. So it's like, it's a space for more intelligent because there's a lot of grifters in the gaming space that are hiding under the guise of being intelligent. They'll speak very slow, very calm. And if you're a dumbass, you're going to take them at face value, not realizing they're trying to push some type of agenda. Do you play games casually? Sometimes. I played Smash Bros. The other day in my free time for like 30 minutes. But these days, I don't have as much time. A lot of my gaming is done on stream. Shout out to the 800 people we got in here. And to be fair, when I do push an agenda, at least I bring the articles up. I don't just be talking about my ass. Yeah. But nah, this shit look fire. You get the gist of it. This is gonna play a cutscene after that. This looks good. Keep an eye on Expedition 33, and this is gonna be on Game Pass, they said. Why did I upload the Monster Hunter video to Hokage highlights instead of the Black Hokage? Cause for content, I've been trying to figure out a niche for the Black Hokage, cause like that NBA video I upload did really well. I've been talking about I want to do more long form content, more thoughtful shit, infused with like my humor. Cause like I've been getting videos that pop off and do pretty good, like 37,000 here, 27 here, 42 there, 34. That's almost 40, 30. But like for me, like I would like to get to the point where I'm averaging like 100,000 plus on videos, and like it seems like the longer form, like documentary style stuff does better. So like I've made the conscious decision. I think I'm gonna focus more on that, so there just won't be as many uploads here. But when you do get an upload, it'll be like high quality. Like the real test will be my next video. The real test will be my next video because it's the longest video I think I've ever produced, and it's very thoughtful. But so like any other thing, like I'm just gonna upload it to Hokage highlights, because like it just doesn't fit what I'm trying to do, and you don't want to send too many negative signals to the algorithm. I'm trying to send as many positives as I can. This is why this channel gets promoted so well, because it sends a lot of positive signals. So like little stuff, I'll just upload it here, like whatever. I like the art, by the way. I appreciate it. We love the mindset. Just trying to even like my uninstall series, like it's just not hitting the same on the main channel. Like people aren't clicking the shit. So if I do an uninstall video, I just put it here, like whatever. Can you please to content revisiting older games of certain eras? I think your takes would be interesting. Yeah, I got some video ideas. I've been writing down like a list of video ideas that I want to do, and some of it is for like older stuff. I talked about it earlier too. 800 an hour, you know it. They announced that the Spectre Divide game is coming September 3rd. This is the new shooter where you get to play as 2 characters at once in a 3v3, so it's really 6v6. It's the Shroud shooter. I was talking about that earlier. I was like, I don't know about that release date, man, because Space Marine comes out like on the 4th, I think. And then 2K comes out too, and then Astrobot comes out. It's literally 4 games come out around this time. I was like, ugh, I don't know, man. This might get lost in the shuffle for me because this is not a priority. Space Marines is number 1 for me. I do think it needs more promo time. The Valorant with a second life, pretty much. Yeah, we in gaming season. I can't play all these damn games. Maybe one stream, but I don't know if I'm a deep diving into it. Yeah, but there's nothing to play. Yeah, nothing to play for these fucking frauds. Nothing to play for these fucking frauds. Labor Day weekend gonna go crazy. Marvel Rivals in December. What is this? I didn't even click this video. I did not even click this video. Why is this on my fucking thing? Let's go in the sub box. Saving my coins for you got Sparking Zero in October. Yup. I can see the channel being a 45+ minute video essays on video games. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but it takes a long time. That's a good thumbnail. It takes a long time to produce that kind of content and make it good at least. All right, let's see if there's any trailers we need to look at before we hop on this Star Wars. We already looked at the Call of Duty stuff. There's nothing. Sony's dropping games next year along with all the other games too. Concord was supposed to be their big thing, but kind of fell apart. Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. Oh, sweet. Might do a Concord video. Korua gameplay. Delta Force. Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I just dropped a video about that. Fire. Definitely picking that up. Croc is back. The first disappointment trailer. Oh my god. Pocket Bravery. Star Rupture gameplay reveal. So many games, so little time. That's what I'm trying to tell these developers, man. It's only so much money and so much time people have. Black State first hands-on preview. The Croc game sounds hella familiar. It's an old game. I feel like a video essay about conscious games such as Mafia 3 or Watch Dogs 2 would go crazy. Conscious games? What do you mean by conscious games? You mean games with like a message or something? Like a conscious rapper? We're in a black state. Yeah, we talked about Divisions and Mono reviews yesterday. I think that's all there is. I heard since Concord failed miserably that Sony is hiking up the PS5 prices in Japan. I don't think that's the reason the prices are going up. People don't understand the work that goes into long form content. Even 20-minute videos for my niche is crazy. Oh yeah. Spend all day writing, then you got to redo it because you got to punch it up some more. People don't understand. I feel like the content space is almost like a bubble waiting to explode. I feel like every year you're seeing more and more people complaining about being burnt out. Because I know some people like to say it's not a job, but it is. That's a fair take, I think, against people who create kind of lowbrow content where all they do is just like let's plays or something like that. But that stuff is dead. It's all about high quality shit now. Because the biggest growing platform, the biggest growing, what's the word? Demographic on YouTube is television watchers, and people want to watch long form shit. People don't understand it until they do it. Yeah, I learned that at a very young age, like in high school. A lot of people think they can do something until they try it. That's why I said we need to bring back pros versus Joes. Let's check out this Rugrats shit. It has more to do with the value of the yen. That makes sense. I didn't believe what he said. What the fuck am I looking at? Do people still watch Let's Plays? I don't know. Yo, this nigga's head is ginormous. Like, was it always this big? Tommy Picklehead, boy. Yeah, this is a no for me. Love the Rugrats, but this is a no for me. Yeah, it was. I guess I just never noticed. Like, goddamn, bro, what you thinking about? You are like one. Koryoryu? Is that how you say it? Oh, it's looking a little Full Sail universe. It's a no for me. Full Sail exclusive. It's a no for me. It took me 2 years to get where I'm at, and I'm still starting. People don't understand that. Yeah, you can't take it personal that people don't understand it. Most people will never produce anything. They mainly just consume. So gotta try not to take it to heart. Croc is back. Legends of Gobble. Is this a remaster? We're given enough time. He's back. He's back. Looks like a port. Even the humblest of crocodiles. I remember this game. It was a pretty average platformer. I played it. A legend. I don't remember this. It was a PlayStation game. It was one of a million different platformers and a sea of platformers back then. It was okay. This looks like just a port though. I don't think it's like a remake or anything. Yeah, pre-release footage. Pre-Spyro? I don't know what year. 97 is when it came out. I think Spyro came out in 97, around the same time. But yeah, Spyro clears this. Get the Spyro collection. Looked okay though. Star Rupture official gameplay. What are we looking at? Looking a little Full Sail. A tower defense game? No, thank you. Full Sail tower defense. No, thank you. Black State first hands-on preview.
When Black State was first welcomed to the world via a visually impressive Metal Gear Solid-esque teaser earlier this summer, some doubted its legitimacy as a game. Was it purely a tech demo injected with the purpose of showing off Nvidia's shiny RTX tech? Was it another entry in the recent trend of too good to be true game reveals, walking in the sorry footsteps of the day before? Well, I've played Black State, and I'm more than happy to report that not only does it appear to be a real game, but also a really promising one full of gory, explosive action and cinematic sci-fi style, powered by handsome
Spectre Cammy has arrived.
Playful
the Pink Spectre. that don't use her abilities. The graphics look crazy on this. Yeah, it looks like kind of like Death Stranding, yeah.
By taking control of a stealth-suited long-haired man aboard.
Yeah, this looks like it could be Metal Gear.
To not be reminded of the opening moments of Metal Gear Solid 2 as you skulk along its main deck, admiring its reflective metals and the choppy waters around it. Ömer Faruk Güngör, studio director at Black State's Turkish developer Motion Blur,
We got Splinter Cell at home.
graphical prowess, and he's not wrong to do so. It really is a stunner, shining brightly over the course of the 20-minute demo.
It's almost real.
But what's perhaps more impressive is how well it runs. Even with ray tracing turned on, the frame rate rarely dips below 60, and the demo hits a steady 140 FPS during non-combat situations on the RTX 4080 base.
Yeah, this will definitely blow up your PS4.
But as I mentioned, and as Güngör goes to lengths to insist, Black State isn't a tech demo. It's a story-driven action game of huge ambition. After making my way up the ship's deck and entering one of its many doors, that scope all starts to become apparent. Doors in Black State aren't your traditional gateways into neighbouring rooms, but instead portals to wildly different locations. After stepping through the heavy bolted ship gateway, for instance, I find myself in a museum. Its shiny hardwood floors and spotless glass cabinets, a far cry from the industrial ocean.
Yeah, but what are you doing in the game? You're just running around showing graphics.
How'd they spot me? We don't know. You need to keep moving. Time is short.
My first encounter is against a squad of enemies who rappel down into the museum's corridor. I immediately do what I always do when the option is made available, push the button that triggers bullet time. The slowdown mechanic is on a cooldown timer, but one generous enough to let me use it with relative abandon. It looks and feels fantastic.
Any new AI tools you come across? Nah, not as recently. I know Twitter's AI is getting a lot better. Like, I accidentally found one this morning. Like, you can search things by right-clicking on Twitter with Grok. I thought that was pretty cool.
Were made available in the demo, allowing me to leave a trail of destruction.
Yeah, it looks like a generic third-person shooter. Just the graphics are pretty. I'm not too
Alongside
impressed.
A relatively standard pistol and assault rifle combo, there's a fantastically powerful shotgun capable of completely obliterating limbs at close distance.
What up, Dewey? Me leg!
And there's the more powerful sci-fi flavored fusion gun. This energy weapon discharges a burst of electricity into an enemy.
Yeah, but what makes it unique? It's just like another it looks like another third-person cover shooter.
Which, after a short delay, makes them explode into a gory pile of goo. It again looks and feels fantastic, especially when paired with bullet time.
I need this so bad, really?
Blood and bone elegantly fly across the room. It's disgusting, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I love it.
Yeah, it feels like more like a tech demo. The AI looks dumb as hell. Look how they're moving.
Alongside
like 6 people, not one person flanked.
the guns is a selection of gadgets too. The ones I had access to were similar in nature to the Division's Seeker mines, homing grenades that scuttle towards your target before either blowing them up or stunning them. An electrical charge version was also ready to be deployed by the nameless protagonist, a device Güngör teases would be effective against robotic enemies that appear later in the story. The playable section
graphics don't impress me anymore. Same.
Door,
I'm more impressed by art design, like art direction, because that means you put some thought into it.
Upon which the Mona.
But like with Unreal Engine 5 being readily accessible for everybody, it's literally free. Like with a quick few YouTube tutorials, anybody can make a quick demo that looks like this.
It's proudly. It's an area that brings together all of Black State's apparent influences. The experimental science of Metal Gear Solid, the battle-ready scientists in bodysuits of Remedy's Quantum Break, the clinical orchestrated violence of Nolan's Tenet. It makes for a lengthy combat sequence in which it
always feels weird when the protagonist has a super tech suit but dude's using the AK. It feels boring. You know, that's valid, J-Man. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. That is valid. I think that's what's like bugging me out. That's a good way to articulate it. He's got like this super suit on and he's just shooting an M16. Like, who cares, bro? Do something cool. Like, give him like the fucking hook. Give him like a shooting hook or some fancy tech or something like that. Like, it's just a generic shooter. We in the future for what?
The aforementioned tools at my disposal. If all of Black State's combat encounters are this well structured, then I think it will prove to be more than just a robust shooter. The resulting mess is one of great delight, as people become exploded innards and dress the bleed.
Yeah, some enhanced speed. Can we do some mind control or something? I don't know.
This gory, bordering on over-the-top violence is another of Güngör's touchstones. The often brutal
spectacle. What's the comment saying? Let's see. The kids don't remember an almost old game, Dark Sector. I remember Dark Sector. That was a great game. Criminally underrated. Dark Sector was a prelude to Warframe. The Warframes originally appeared in Dark Sector, the same exact character, and then they reworked it into a different game. Where is this place? You know how that took more. It looks more dead to rights. You're telling me no one's gonna talk about the first gun shown in the video? That's proof of concept of a District 9 game. That glaive was the best part. Yeah, throwing that shit. That shit was fun. I used to love that game, and it had multiplayer too. Didn't know that. Yeah. Like, let's see. Dark Sector, Xbox 360. Very underrated game. This is back when they used to experiment with games. This is by the same creators as let's see, gameplay. The same creators as Warframe. The Warframes were originally in this game. He had this suit and this like knife that you could throw. That shit was fire. You could like slice people's heads off and shit. Where's the suit at though? When he would go full, let's see, Dark Sector suit. Oh, I remember this game now. Yeah. Yeah, see? It originally appeared like when you would go full power right here. If I can put myself to the left in the game, you would get the Warframe suit. And then eventually they reworked that character into a different game. But yeah, it originally comes from Dark Sector. And there's your gaming history. Very good single player adventure game. Really cool if you never played it.